Good morning, good afternoon, Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for being here. We welcome you once again to your favorite program, Padare Namambo Svosve, where today we are discussing a very important topic. Of course, because of what is happening in our country, the party, the People's Party, the citizens movement is facing an existential threat that threatens to destroy the people's movement. What should you do? What should we do? What should the people of Zimbabwe do? If we allow the citizen movement to die, let me tell you, because these are things that we're going to discuss here today. It means that is the death of democracy in Zimbabwe. So that's the reason why we have come with this program that Zimbabwe must fight now or perish. We must fight now or we are all dead. Barbara, an interesting topic that we have today. You can greet our viewers and listeners and then we can get right into it.
Yes, thank you, Chief Svosve. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe, from wherever you are. Lingabe lavuka njani latshona njani mthwakazi omuhle emagumbini amane wonke omhlaba. Yebo sesiphendukile njalo uhlelo edale lenduna yako Svosve Padare Namambo Svosve sibuya si live emsakazweni wenu owe-Change Radio ku-Facebook, YouTube, la ku Zim I tichitepenyura tiri pa nefenyuro ye-Change Radio pachayo, Facebook, YouTube, nepa Zim I. Namhlanje sililethele uhlelo ngethemba sonke siyakwazi okwenzakalayo kuphathi yethu e-Triple C, Citizen Coalition for Change. I think sonke sesimazi undoda lo kuthiwa nguChabangu. uChief Svosve uthi nguChabangu. uChabangu yena ozithi yena ngunobhala jikelele we-Triple C, okuyinto emangalisayo kakhulu ngoba sazi ukuthi khona akulanto enjalo ku-Triple C. uChabangu kazange avele afike eduzane lesikhundla sona leso, even kusese-MDC Alliance. Ngakho uChabangu use-recole kumbe usexotshe ama-MPs lama-councillors avotelwa ngabantu esithi yena ngabasesengamalunga e-CCC ukuthi amandla akhona nalawo wathatha ngaphi. Yinto esiyibona ukuthi khona uchabango ulwa lama-citizens. Ngakho-ke ama-citizens amaningi azondile kakhulu, yikho sibuya lalelu hlelo ukuthi sibuye lapha sizoxoxisana la njengama-citizens ukuthi khona indaba leyi liyibona njani. Njalo kuza kuba lama-by-elections, liyawabona njani ama-by-elections la abuyayo abizelwe ngumNangagwa, wona evele ama-by-elections akhona ayengekho emthethweni, uchabango engasuvele nobhala jikelele we-CCC. Yebo, lisixhume comment section lisitshela ukuthi lisilalela kumbe lisibukela lingaphi phela, kwenze sazi ukuthi khona abantu ababukeleyo babukela bengaphi. Over to you, Chief Svosve.
Yes, I know we continue to talk about Shabangu, Barbara, but we also want to know what you think about him. But what we have said from the beginning is that Shabangu is nothing to what is happening. There are powers behind Shabangu. Yes, we have to deal with Shabangu, but we also have to deal with those that are behind Shabangu. We know them. And of course, we also know that at the back of all this, there is the hand of ZANU-PF, there is the hand of FAZ, there is the hand of the CIO, and all they are trying to do, or all they think are doing, is that they think they are spiting President Chamisa, they are spiting CCC, but this is beyond CCC. This precedes CCC. This is about the people of Zimbabwe. A distraction of the citizen movement means the destruction of democracy in Zimbabwe. And that's not what we want. If we allow that to happen, Barbara, it means we are playing right into the hands of Emmerson Mnangagwa, because that's what he wants. He wants a one-party state, or he wants an opposition that he controls. The same way that he is controlling the people in ZANU-PF, the people whom I'm so angry about, the ZANU-PF supporters, the ZANU-PF followers, because these people, they are seeing what Emmerson Mnangagwa is doing. They are seeing how he has been promoting his relatives, how he is staffing the whole government and all the important, the key tenets of the government with his own people, with his own relatives. Where do they think this is going to end? I can tell you exactly how this is going to end. And I know some people who think mawanzwa vanhu vave pachange radio vatanga kutaura kwavasina kuswera, but it's going to end with a dynasty. It's going to end with another Emmerson, with another Mnangagwa taking over the country. You're seeing what is happening in the army. Sanyatwa has been brought back. You know who Sanyatwa is. He was responsible for the death of Zimbabweans on August 1. He has been brought back, of course, essentially to do his dirty work, to do what he did in August 1. But I can tell you, just like all the others before him, after he does that, they'll get rid of him. And we'll see the emergence of Mnangagwa's son coming in through the rank and file of the army to become commander of the army and eventually president of Zimbabwe. So that's why I'm saying I'm so angry with the people in ZANU-PF, because they are seeing all this. They know how this is going to end. It's never going to end well. If you give a person so much powers, too much powers that are being given to Emmerson Mnangagwa are dangerous. You know, we saw it happening with Robert Mugabe. So when we talk about what we need to do, it's not about the people in CCC. It's not about the people that follow or love President Chamisa. It's about Zimbabwe. So the solutions that we are discussing here should be by all Zimbabweans. Of course, by the end of the program, we will proffer solutions. We are a solution center. We don't just come here to talk, to discuss, and then we go. We will want to hear your side of the story, and then also what you think should be the way forward. Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF want to decimate the opposition, and it's not good for the country. It's not good for our democracy, and it's not good for the region itself. To help us discuss this, I think, Barbara, we are joined by Mr. Matanga. I hope he is still here. Please, Mr. Matanga, as we wait to see people's comments there, you can come in, greet the people, and let us hear what you think about
maybe before he comes in, Chief, I just wanted to allude to what you're saying, Kuti. You think this will not end well. It will end in tears. And like you rightly saying, Kuti, Mnangagwa does not want a powerful opposition. They tried to destroy the citizens when we were still MDC alliance, and they thought they've finished President Nelson Chamisa through the Douglas Monzora saga, and they failed to destroy President Chamisa because President Chamisa was with the people. So now we formed a new outfit, Citizens Coalition for Change, and they tried by all means to penetrate, to infiltrate. They failed. They tried to infiltrate during the process of electing candidates. They failed. They tried the double candidate thing, and thinking it was going to disturb us. It did not yield any fruit, the double candidature. So they were already working with the FAS, the Sengezo guys were already working with the FAS because they are the ones that fielded in the double candidates. So yes, Mnangagwa wants a weaker opposition, or he wants a one-party state. He wants a yellow opposition party, a sweetered opposition party that is going to dance to their tunes. That's the reason why, Chief, they want to create three parties in the parliament, because ZANU is at its weakest point because there are only two political parties in parliament, and ZANU-PF does not have the 2/3 majority. ZANU-PF cannot change any law as we stand right now. They cannot promulgate any law, and they cannot pass any law because they don't have the 2/3 majority. So all these disturbances, Chief, they are only to create a 2/3 majority in Pali and change the laws. We know Mnangagwa wants another term. His term is going to end in 2028, Chief. And that's the reason why he continuously, consistently says, Chief, and 2020, 2030, tinenge tichiko. And people thought he was joking. So if we just sit and follow and conform to whatever Mnangagwa is going to say or is saying, Chief Tadzwa, even this by-election, we cannot go into a by-election when we know our candidates, they won so 23 August and 24 August. So why do we go back to an election when we did not recall our people? Who is Sengezo? Why would you want to listen to Mnangagwa, who is an illegitimate president, and the ZEC is still there? So what guarantee do we have that these elections are going to be free and fair? And how do we know? Maybe Mnangagwa also wants to create a scenario whereby he's going to maybe overturn the SADC report by making these elections as peaceful as ever, and maybe improving the conditions. Maybe 90%. You find 90% of the election in free and fair, and then they will start sending, maybe creating a narrative to say the report by SADC was fake. Look at the elections that we've just. Why the rush? Mambo's vunze kuti. Why the rush? So we don't have to be reactionary. We have to be proactive as a party. Izvokuti ZANU-PF ikadai nesu takutera vakadai, ngatimbochinja strategy, Chief, and see whether it will not work, because we are sick and tired. We can't dance into their and their music, Chief. No, we can't. That's why we are saying it's either we do or we die. It's either we fight or we die. Yeah. Anzi,
Yes,
if we, Sankara said, if we speak, we die. If we keep quiet, we die. So we would rather speak out and die rather than dying without speaking.
yes, very, very powerful indeed there, Barbara. That's where we are as Zimbabweans. It is very clear that we now need to do something. We now need to stand up as Zimbabweans and defend something that we have built for the past 20 years. Do you want to see Triple C becoming decimated? I know some people will be saying, some shallow-minded people will be saying, Chamisa Aroa, Chamisa Azonzwai, Triple C here, Yazonzwai. But this is not about Triple C. I've already said that this is about Zimbabwe. This is about democracy in Zimbabwe. So we all need to fight. Even the people in ZANU-PF, you don't want a one-party state. It's never going to be good for you. It's never going to be good for anyone. And too many powers, too much powers that you are allowing the ZANU-PF regime to have as ZANU-PF members, it's going to come back to haunt you. When things go bad in the country, they go bad for everyone. They don't go bad for Triple C people. They go bad for everyone. And I'm telling you, as long as we don't fix our politics, our economics is never going to be good. Our livelihoods will never be good. Anything that we try to do in Zimbabwe, it's never going to be good, because the human rights abuses that we are seeing now, when there is an opposition part, a strong opposition part, when there is some semblance of democracy, if Triple C is no longer there, I'm telling you, they will only get worse. Don't you ever think that if Triple C is no longer in the picture, then Emerson Mnangagwa is going to start behaving. Emerson Mnangagwa is a blood sucker. He lives on blood. He lives on humans' blood. And he will continue to kill. He will continue to have those human rights abuses. So we either fight this, we either come together as Zimbabweans and fight and make sure that Triple C lives, the People's Movement lives, not for the sake of President Chamisa, not for the sake of Triple C, but for the sake of democracy in Zimbabwe. We are going to talk more about the by-elections, because myself, I don't even want to hear about those by-elections. Let us know in the comment section what you think about the by-elections. Should Triple C even think about participating in those by-elections, or they shouldn't? And with what is happening, should we continue to have Triple C members of parliament and in council? Let us hear what you think in the comment section. But at this stage, would want to bring up Mr. Matanga. If you are still there, please, let's hear your view.
Magadi Chief Swosve.
Tiripo kana makadiwo.
Aiwa isiri nani isusu. Inini chinondishamisa chinhu chimwe chete. I remember 2000 paiitwa referendum kuZimbabwe 99 or 2000 ndaenda kumusha. Ndine hama dziri mumusangano. Ndasvika kumusha, ndakataura nevakuru vemusangano. Akanditi ivo, nyika ino yamuri kuona yeZimbabwe yakauya nepfuti, yakauya neropa. Saka musafunge kuti mukangonyora X nyika inobva yauya kwamuri. Saka iyi mindset yeZANU-PF kubva kudhara. I know zvangu kuti opposition yakambotraya. There was some semblance of democracy yakanga irimo muZimbabwe during the time yaMugabe. Fast forward 2008 ZANU yakadyiwa, munhu wese akazviona akazvinzwa, vakaramba kubva mupower, vakaita government of national unity. Yanga isiri government of national unity yekutanga. You remember kwakaitwa government of national unity ya1987 yeZAPU neZANU. Iyo nobva yapfuura iyo. Indirewo yeukandichinzwa. The current president achitaura, was it 2014 or 2015, achiti iye munhu anorota achita president ngaambwindi anobika doro, ZANU ichatonga muchida musingadi. Saka ende pakaita what was supposed to be an uprising which turned out to be a coup, 2017 was one of the major mistakes. But in chandoda kuemphasize, which people don't understand from now, kuti ZANU yagara yataurira vanhu chokwadi kuti nyika haizi kuzotorwa paballot box. President Mnangagwa vachitaura vanoti ivo munotongwa muchida musingadi, isu ticharamba tichingotonga muchingovhukura. Saka I know people didn't want to hear that, because vaifungidzira kuti nedemocracy iri kuitika kuAfrica zvinofamba zvinodai. ZANU haizi kuzotorwa chigaro, chero ikasara yakavhoterwa nevanhu vaviri kana vatatu. So I don't know what the opposition can do kuti ite liberate kuZimbabwe umo. Nekuti mamiriro azvakaita iko zvinezvi ndezvekuti ZANU-PF is now in control of all levers of the Nkiri of the country. And semanzwira andaaita inini, hanzi paka withdraw madonations vakabva vatoti zvakanaka nyika yakuvakwa neveni vayo, saka vanhu vese havachatudze zvekuita. Saka I don't understand why
So,
opposition.
Mr. Matanga, just to come in there, what do you think the people of Zimbabwe should do, given the situation you are describing, given the situation that is at hand, that ZANU-PF is trying to destroy the main opposition?
ZANU-PF have been trying to destroy opposition from day one. Aina kutanga nasi kubva achidestroya ZAPU muna 1980, vachizoita one government ichidestroya ZUM muna 1990. Saka haina kutanga nhasi kudestroya opposition party or try to do it. Sometimes inenge ichingozviregera zvavo because anenge ari ma-social movements or aringe achiitika at that time. But ainambobvira yakatolerata Nkiri opposition, and they've made it clear. So what people need to think now is what they can do kuti vazviite liberate, kuti vangataure here nevanhu vamwe vari muZANU, or what can be done. Nekuti inini manzwira andoita muZANU haina mubvira yakatolerata opposition, and it's not going to accept kuti opposition ite take over.
All right, thank you very much. We'll come back to you. We want to hear what Thomas Mapfumo thinks about this. Estella, if you can play one of the audios from Thomas Mapfumo. He was we had a very good meeting with Thomas Mapfumo here in North America, and he was at liberty to share with us what he thinks should be the way forward. As you prepare, let me read this comment. Chief, you heard. Okay, go ahead.
As president wenyika weti emazoni ngaabve pachigaro kuti nyika ienderere mberi, nyika ivakwe. Emazoni haafanirwe kuonekwa ari part of it. Emazoni munhu akaipisisa zvikuru, ende kuna chamisa ndoda kuti asaneke. Aiwa samo rinopaoneka, asi vanhu isu tese ngatimirei nachamisa, because ndiye ari kutaurira vanhu zvinhu zvinoitwa chaizvo zvinovanirwa kuitika munyika medu. Saka ngatimirei naye chamisa isisu vanhu ndisi chombo chikuru, ndochombo china chamisa ino. Tikamuregerera then hapana chinofamba.
So there is your solution, Zimbabweans. That was Mukanya Gandanga Guru Thomas Mapfumo speaking at a program in North America just yesterday. He said President Nelson Chamisa and Triple C are the hope of the nation. Therefore, let's rally behind him. If we do not, then we are only destroying ourselves. Barbara, what do you make of Thomas Mapfumo's comments?
I think Mukanya has always been very, very clear about what needs to be done. Remember, he's a war vet. Mukanya is a war vet. Akaenda kuhondo Mukanya, so anoziva. So ndochinzwa vangu vanhu vachitaura kuti hanzi yeye ari kutaura nekuti ari kuamerica. Remember umwe musi achiti hanzi vanhu ngavapinde mumastreets because vanhu vakaramba vakanyarara, chihurumende chiri kweichi hatimbofi takachigona. And also issue yemaganzi, hondo yechimurenga. I've always heard people vachiti ngatiendei musango. I think we need to come back, Chief. Maybe we find people one experience kuti is it possible to just say kuti handei musango, handei tinobata futi, when we don't even know kuti are we going to have people that are going to support us regionally. As far as I'm concerned, it's only Zambia that supports us. Will it be possible for us to do what they did? And remember, it's not ZANU-PF yakarwa hondo like what they usually say. It's not them. Hondo yerusununguko yakarwiwa nemunhu wese, yakarwiwa neZANU, yakarwiwa neZAPU, yakarwiwa nemacitizens. Mai wangu akarwa, baba wangu akarwa, zvipfuyo zvedu zvakapera zvichibikirwa macomrades. Vanasisi vedu vakamitiswa nemacomrades. Waibikira macomrades, wachipedza kubikira macomrades worepwa. Vairepwa because they did not consent. Chief wakazvarwa vana nhamo dzenyika, vana Lizwe, vanani, vana vakawanda, vana independence wakazvarwa, vachizvarwa after hondo. And now they think they are the only ones that liberated this country, which is very, very sad, Chief. It's not ZANU-PF that liberated. So people, if we keep quiet, and we think kuti this nyika inofana kufixwa naChamisa, then we are asatatanga. And I know, Chief, even in the World War, First World War, Second World War, there were incidences that not spark causes dzakaita kuti kuite hondo. And it, like you find the Second World War, it was the Sarajevo incidents. And so it was just a small thing, chakatrigger. And so ndo patari
history, Barbara, I can see that. You know, I used to be used
don't
to
andakaita. And
if you still remember Sarajevo incident, then
yes, ndo patari, ndo stage yatari, Chief. Hondo yatiri kurwa isusu haizi yekubata futi. Hondo yatiri kurwa ihondo yekuklema our independence, ihondo yekuclaima our rights, ihondo because Zimbabwe has got a constitution yakanyorwa newanhu 2013, ihondo yekudemanda those rights that are enshrined in the constitution, ihondo to call ZANU-PF to order.
Kumbobvunza chief kuti yes ihondo iri kurwiwa, but you know mamiriro azvakaita kuti vakomana ava they are not going to accept any change, and they've never wanted to accept any change. Saka hondo iyi kana yakurwiwa, in what form? Of course you cannot discuss military strategies radio because bema kuzikwa, or even kuti strategies. So I think zvakatonaka ndezvekuita come up nema-committees anoita sit down or examine different strategies, because you don't discuss them public, because dzikadiscusswa public zvinoreva kuti vanhu vaya vanobva vazviziva zvamuri kuplan. So I just want to find out whether in the party kune vanhu vari kugara pasi here to strategize kuti aya ndo mamiriro atikaita aya, and why is there an effort also to infiltrate ZANU-PF yacho yekuti more inside information, because sometimes kunyatsoziva munhu kuito anonzi you place your people inside, like Russia place vanhu vayo mu-CIA variko, America ichiplacewa kuni ku-KGB. Saka panofana kunge painewo strategy yekuita influence ne dissatisfaction iriko muzanu. I think it will not be hard even kuma-soldier and so forth. Pane effort here iri kumekwa to do those things.
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is a struggle, and it's multi-phased, multi-pronged. You look at every aspect of the struggle: intelligence, counterintelligence, what you're doing as citizens, what the party is doing, and of course, what you yourself is doing, what everyone else is doing. We are not a guerrilla movement, and we also don't have resources that countries like America, United Kingdom, and others have. We are very limited, so we can only do what we can do. But I think at the end of the day, it comes back to the point of what are you doing yourself? While you're asking, what are you doing? I think the four fingers are pointing back at you. What should we do? What are you doing as a citizen? Because that's where we are, and that's what I wanted as Barbara to get into, because the people if this
because the thing imwe chief ndeyekuti namo haizivi part yomunhu.
Yes.
Namo ine munhu wese. Manzwira andoita, there's problems kumapolisa, there's problems kumasoldiers, there's problems. And I
can hardly hear Mr. Maybe he needs to go out and come back. I can hardly hear him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So what?
Yes.
Yeah, Barbara, you can go ahead and try to answer what Mr. Matanga was saying. Go ahead, Barbara. Go ahead and just.
Okay. Ndachida kupedzisa zvandanchitaura.
Okay. All right.
Ndachida kupedzisa zvandanchitaura kuti hapana kudhererwa kunodarika ipapa, kuti when we were MDC Alliance takatorerwa party zvinzi haizi yedu blah blah blah, we formed CCC. Now kwakungoyo kapuronyenye kapurumupurwa wakafanana naChavamwe wakutoti ndiye secretary general, because if let me tell you something, Chief, about this Chabang. Right now, he cannot be found. Chabang is into hiding, and it's now clear that he is working with the system. He is no longer doing this. Okay, he's no longer doing this on his own. The system has taken over. So here when he started this, haanambofunga kuti chichaita chino chakakura. Iye aitofunga kuti ari kugona, because he was saying he was representing people that were disgruntled during the selection process, and that was the time when ZANU-PF was also looking at ways of how to destroy this people's project. So now he's being protected by the state. Haasi kugara kumba kwake, Chief. I come from Bulawayo. Haasi kugara kumba kwake. He's nowhere to be seen. Even chero I celebrated that birthday yake, he was not in kwakwesiri kumba kwake. He was booked in a hotel. Tinadzo intelligence zachona. Tinadzo intelligence. So we know exactly what is happening. He is not by himself. And even the people wacho waifunga kuti iwo vari pamberi. And tell you what, Chief, at first he was bragging to say kuti Hanzi, why did President leave Weshman Ncube? He said nemuromo wake, why did President leave Weshman Ncube? Achimsiya kupi? No one was left. President is not in parliament. So why do you want to be in parliament when you are the leader? Yeah? Why vanhu vachida kumhanyisa homwe dzavo? Isusu tinoda kurwa. Ko chembere dzekwachivi dzichaita sei? Dzinopindawo here muparliament? Chembere dzekuuzumba uko, dzekucholocho, dzekuna ndolwano uko, dzinoda musangano, dziri kuziva kuti dziri kufaitira vazukuru vadzo. When are they going to enjoy? It seems like people are now worried about their pockets. People want to benefit. They want to be in parliament because they want to benefit, not that they want to represent people. That's why you see they're not even scared to recall people, MPs that were elected by the people. Havana basa kuti vanhu vanofungei, because vanofunga vaneka mentality yezano yekuti munoshandisa vanhu muwapa machicken in yaanodya one day, paanondosvika kumba anenge aenda atoenda kutoilet kudhara chicken in yapera, kumba osvika otarisana nenhamo. These are the people that we have, people that don't even care about the struggle, people that are not even loyal to the party, people that are only worried about their tummies. So ndosaka tiri kuti tiosvikepi, Chief, tichiti tafoma chino chatorwa, tafoma chino tatorwa, tafoma chino. Isi tongoita basa rekufoma, vanhu vachiva vachidhirisa, kuita kunge vana varikutamba mahumbwe, vari kuvaka macastles nesend. Wawaka castle yako nesend yadhiriswa. No, we can't continue doing that, Chief. Never. Maybe Estella, you can play another video. I think we seem to have lost our Chief Svosve there. Do you have any other?
Musavunge kuti kune mumwe munhu achabva kunze kwenyika achayakuzokusunungura. Munotozvisunungura mega. Ndosaka ndiri kutaura kuti hazvitore 24 hours kuti nyika isununguke. Kushinga chechi kumuda kwevanhu vakabuda one day chete zvatopera. Zvapera zvese. Panze pekuenda hanzi tonotsvaga futi tozoyatikirwa. Zvinotora makore. Vanhu ava vanongoda kuti vanhu vabude ndochoko chavanotya. Zvese zvikuita Mwananasiru Ramaphosa zviya hazvina nebasa rese zvekuti hanzi isusu tinosapotana nekuti ndisu takarwa hondo hakuna hondo yavakarwa. Hondo iyi yamuri kutaura imi yamunoti hanzi makarwa hondo hazvina kunoperera kuLancaster House. Mama wina hereba Queen ndiyakatotaurira Smith akati naiwe Smith wakupedza vana vevanhu wadii kungosiyana nezvenyika yavo mauya mataurirana ndozvakaitika. Hapana akahwina hondo apa, hapana akahwina hondo kwete, hatidi kunyeperana. Hondo kana ichinzi yakahwinwa nevanhu, vanhu ndo vaikupai zvikafu vachikupai madirection ekufamba vachiita. Saka hondo yakarwa vanhu ime hamuna basa nayo. Ine mune yenyu yekuti zvisakakatakura kuti hapana chamakarwa kanekuti ii chamakarwa. Dai vanhu vasina kusapotai mungadai makabudirira, mungadai musina kana kutombobudirira. Saka zviri garai makaziva kuti chombo chikuru vanhu, chombo chikuru vanhu. Saka ngatiregei kuchizidzirwa nezvinhu zvemanga-manga zvekuda ndida kunyararidza vanhu anosora gavhumendi, anosora hurumende, anofanirwa kuendeswa kujeri. Uri kuregera zvinhu zvakadari uzi munhu ari kukuonai kuti inemika hamutaure zvese zvaanoita, hapana chamunokomboe nayo. Saka anongoona kuti vanhu vakapusana. Ezvinezvi aisa vana vake muhurumende makangoti zii, hapana chamuri kutaura. Saka moda kuti zviitwe sei? Zvazvoyo vakawanda huri munyika zega haifanirwe kunge riri bato rinomirira zvematope enyika kwete, ibato rezano. Saka imi makariregera richivapo sei? Zvimwe zvinhu zvamunokanganisa zvamunoita munoita vanenge vati kuri vana vadiki kusingazive matricks ese anotambwa nevana. Izvino maakuita ripo vanhu instead yekuti mugadzirise nyaya iri kunetsa munyika. Musopika kuri kuita mumwe munyika muri bhizi kurwisana nevanhu neimwe pati. Instead yekuti mudaidze kana yeishamisa mudaidze kuti naye munyikina uya kuno tigare pasi tozifambisa sei. Zvaona zvakasunga panyika zvayaita izvi tipowo mazano. Aiwa muri bhizi kuda kutomuuraya munhu ari kuda kuti nyika yenyu iite sei igadzirwe. Mona zvine musoro izvo vanze machinja uchitaurirana muchipanana mazita emanga-manga. Hanzi machinja zvechii chinonzi machinja? Havasi mazimbabweza, havasi vanhu veri vemuzimbabwe ava. Hatidi pati dzakadaro idzi. Toda vanhu vanoshanda pamwe chete, opposition neruling party vanoshanda pamwe chete kuti nyika ibudirire. Hatidi zveugandanga zvokuti hanzi ava hatikomba takataura navo nekuti hakuna zvakadaro, hakuna utongi hwakadaro, hakuna utongi hwakadaro. Saka ndakupedzera bvisai vanhu ava ine muswiti mubvise vanhu. Hazvitore 24 hours kuti vanhu vaita. Vari kutozviona ivo vanozviziva mumwoyo mavo kuti vanhu vakabuda vavo papera. But ivime nekutya tarisai zvakaitika pamaelections 2018 hameno vanhu vakada kubuda muswiti kuenda muswiti akatuma masoja kunosudha vanhu akati endai kunosudha kana 6 chete makazombodzoka muswiti ngekutya. Kugwara ndohwatisisa pano kutya. Pane kusiri kufiwa here kana ukagara usina kusirwa nekuti uchangofa chete nokuti kufa mutemo waMwari. Saka chakunotya chii papa? Tinonzwa vamwe vachiti hanzi ivo ngavauye vaite izvo vari kumhaiwa sakarwa hondo takura takarwa hondo yedu tichirwisana nana Smith. Nhasi hondo iyi imi vechidiki vacho varipo mazuva ano tipe matinogerera matiisa pakaipa vechidiki vemazuva ano pakaipa nekutya kwenyu kwamunoita ikoko.
Well, Mukanya vapedza masports. That was Thomas Mapfumo once again speaking at North America discussion yesterday, and as you heard him, he was very clear. There was another audio that maybe we haven't played, where he was discouraging the use of guns because he was saying will not be a match of Emerson Mnangagwa. But his solution to what we are discussing today is people just need to get in the streets en masse, and Emerson Mnangagwa will not last more than 24 hours. He alluded to the fact that people have power. We do have power, but we'll only begin to realize and enjoy that power the day that we're going to take away our fear, remove our fear, and begin to liberate ourselves by getting in the streets. That was the solution from Thomas Mapfumo. Tell us what you think yourself, the people of Zimbabwe should do. Personally, I agree with my brother, I agree with my father, Mukanya Gandanga Guru, who is saying this is the time, Kinako, this is the time for Zimbabweans to stand up because apana kusiri kufa. Hanzina Mukanya, uchangofa chete, unogona kufa nepfuti kana kuti unogona kungofawo nezvimwe. Beta kufa uchifira nyika yako, uchirwira nyika yako. That's the ultimate sacrifice. That's where we are right now, that we either fight or we are going to perish as a nation, as a generation. Are we now saying we have failed as the present generation? We are now outsourcing our struggle to our grandchildren. Na Chief Svosve vadiki vamunoona vari pamaprofile vaya zvimakaradi izvo ndo vataakusiyira here hondo. Isu tatadza here? Are we taakupeta muswe here? Are we putting our tails behind or in between our legs and saying Emerson Mnangagwa chita akomadira tivhange nesu, chiramba uchiuraya nyika, chiramba uchiluta maresources enyika, chiramba uchitambudza vana veZimbabwe? Is that what we are saying? I think we should say no, a very big no to that. And I think that's the direction the party is going to take, or the direction the party must take. Of course, it doesn't have to rest with President Chamisa to say, let's get in the streets. The community, the people, the nation must organize itself and get in the streets and begin a season of protest, a season of action. I know people will be saying we need a leader. The leader is there. The leader is already supporting. Guess what will happen if it is President Chamisa who pronounces that get in the streets today? Everyone else will be saying Chamisa Ruda power. Chamisa is a power monger. He just wants to get to the president by all means, by hook or crook. But if it is the people, even SADC, even AU, even the international community, even South Africa, even anyone else who is watching from outside, they will say it is the people of Zimbabwe. They can't accuse the people of Zimbabwe of being power hungry. They can't accuse the nation of Zimbabwe, the citizens of Zimbabwe, for speaking out, because they are the ones who are feeling the pinch. They are the ones who are feeling the pain. And now they are saying enough is enough. So the people must organize themselves. Barbara, you always talk about Che Guevara, because that's what Che Guevara says, that the people are looking for a liberator. But liberators do not exist. There are no liberators. The people liberate themselves. We must liberate ourselves. And that's the stage where we are right now. And that's what Thomas Mapfumo is saying, that we need to get in the streets, protest until Emerson Mnangagwa is gone. Vanhu vane simba revanhu rinoonekwa. Ngatiregedzei kutya. Barbara, as we get close to finishing.
Wangwa kubreka nada kuvunza kuti uri kupi kwawakangurungo uri musango ndosaka network yako iri kunetsa.
I'm actually at one of the best hotels in America. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
You know what? Nasi kuchechi, ndandiri kuchechi nasi, there's one word randabuda naro shoko randabuda naro nhasi kuchechi. Mufundisi wati hanzi if you need, hanzi if you want something to be done, if you want something to be done, do it yourself.
Don't wait for Barbara or Chamisa or Tibaya.
Yes, and if you feel good, there's something that you think needs to be done, do it. So ndo shoko randabuda iroro, although kwangu chitaurwa nezvefaith, but iroro ndo randifadza manje iroro kuti you find kuti people will say Chamisa hey, Chamisa this, Chamisa this, Chamisa that. Ko iwewe uri kuitei? Because even the inonzi chi zvakaitika kuMozambique after my elections, there was no leader, chief. It was spontaneous. Vanhu vakatsamwa vakangopinda murodhi wega, havana kumboudzwa, havana kumbopiwa signal. So it means kuti ndakuudza chief kuti hatisati tatsamwa seZimbabwe, hatisati, tichiri right zvedu, tichiri right, because tichikukurengwa kuti he dai tadai. Kana time yacho yasvika, handiti kana time yacho, even chero Mwari wakati kana time yasvika vachazviita kuti you make it happen. So we are simple saying kuti we are just highlighting my issues that are there, my issues are kunetsa. We are highlighting how ZANU-PF has turned this country into a mess. We are highlighting how ZANU-PF is so autocratic that it cannot even allow an opposition party to thrive. And yet we have a constitution that supports or that speaks to freedom of association, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, and we don't have all those freedoms. We it's just written on paper. That's the reason why muri kuona vari kufaitira 2/3 majority. And the most disheartening thing is the ZANU-PF members themselves, chief, like we said, kuti I even fail to understand, especially those that do not have anything, those that are only supporters, kuti do they even think about the future of their children, chief? Do they even think kuti ramangwana, what's going to happen? This dynasty that Mnangagwa is building, have they ever thought kuti chii chichazoitika? Tichazoita fanika wana DRC where pakabva Kabila akaisa mwana wake. We've seen so many countries whereby munhu anobva osiya mwana wake obva osiya mwana wake obva osiya mwana wake. And then what's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to Zimbabwe? Because Mnangagwa is now taking, personalizing Zimbabwe, chief. He's busy giving his children basa. Imimi monzendai muno mungwavha. Hey, musamirira kuemploywa. Hey, you must be your own employer. You must be your own boss. My own boss. Where do I get the money to start the business? And where are the customers that are going to buy? Because people do not have money. You can only start a business where people, like here in the UK, I can start any business, chief. As long as ndikaita market research yangu zvakanaka, I can start any business. That's why we're seeing kuti there are people selling Zimbabwean food here in the UK at an exorbitant price, but people are buying. Doro rinotengwa $50 kuZimbabwe, muno rinotengeswa £5. Chibuku checha chinoita 50 cents kana kuti choita $1, muno chinotengeswa £10 chichitengwa, because people have got money. So munhu kana achida zvinhu zvekumusha, maheu andinofarira aya chifu anoita 50 cents, inini kuno kundotenga £2.50 maheu, but ndinotenga because ndinenge ndinayo mari, hazvimbondirwadzi. So this is when we tell people ndarwadziwa chifu. No, Cooksman aposta a bullet train, handiti achiti hanzi abuda mundege, adzika mundege, akakwira train, achitoratidza train yaakwira, hanzi cow train, chichi achitotaura kuti kana vanhu kuzimbabwe vachiudzwa kuti this is possible, they think kuti it's a lie. You know, what people were asking him to say, you are a liar, haugoni kuburuka mundege uchindokwira train. Imagine, chief, they don't even know kuti it's possible kuti ma-train stations, ma-airports ane ma-train stations. Ini ndogona kuti ndinogara mumanchester, handiti ndogona kuti ndichidzika ndege pamanchester ndinotobva ndatongoenda kutrain yondisvitsa pamba pangu pandinogara, handiti ndogona bus station iripo paairport, tax station iripo paairport, handiti you find any paairport panofamba ndege, pane bus station, pane train station, pane you find kuti even chero chida undokwira chikepe it's nearby. So you find all 4 modes of transport unodziwana pa one place, and then they were saying kuti it's a lie kuti haungakwiri ndege wodzika ndege undokwira train. To them it was like hakuna zvinhu zvakadaro. It's very, very possible here where we are kuti unodzika train undokwira ndege, kana kuti unodzika train undokwira bhazi, unodzika ndege undokwira bhazi. That's very possible, you know. And they were like, Mozambique in a bullet train, ko Zambia in a bullet train. Imagine kuti. So you ask yourself, chief, kuti where are we exactly heading to when we have people that not even think? And ochishamisika kuti vanhu vari kuenda kuchikora vari kudzidzei, chief? Is it because of takadzidziswa kulabhela ndongwe zvinhu zvisina kana nebasa rese? Hanzi, what was the purpose of learning the ndongwe yeye kuti thorax, head, abdomen, thorax? Why did you waste our time tichidzidza nezvendongwe? Does it even, wakambozvibvunza, chief, kuti why takadzidziswa nezvendongwe? Why did you waste our time tichidzidza nezvendongwe? Hani zvo here zviri kuita kuti tipuse kuti takadzidziswa zvinhu zvisiri relevant?
Hanzi naThomas Mapfumo, ugwara umbwende ndo ruri kuita kuti tirambe tichitambura zvatiri kuita izvi, including that misinforming education system. But we want to finish talking about what else Zimbabweans can do besides the protest. We have petitions that are going on because we have to petition, we have to exhaust all internal remedies before we even go to SADC, before we even go anywhere else. And this is something that anyone can do. I saw one of the citizens here in North America. She started a petition for her people, for the people in Chikomba, where she comes from. And that petition is doing very well. We want you to sign that petition. It doesn't matter whether you're from Chikomba or not. And when you have signed it, please do send it to your member of parliament so that they can get the people signing. Because at the end of the day, this is how we are going to fight Shabangu. We are going to court. Barbara will be going to court next week, or I think in early November, we're supposed to be in court. And Shabangu is saying, can you prove that I am not a member of CCC? Yes, we can prove, because that Shabangu has been moving around saying that he was nominated or he was put in that position by the citizens, by the people of Zimbabwe. So it is us, the people of Zimbabwe, who must deny him. It's not President Chamisa. The onus is not on the party, but it is us, the people of Zimbabwe, who should say, Atikuzivi, and how do you say that? Sign the petition and deny this lad called Shabangu. It's as simple as that. That's all we need to do. Let's sign petitions. Let's sign petitions. Let's deny the existence of Shabangu as an acting Secretary General, because arikuti imi vanhu ndimi makamuisa ipapo, saka imi vanhu ndimi munokwanisa kumuramba, ndimi munokwanisa kuenda kukoti motaura kuti atimuzive, but tese hatikwanisi kuenda kukoti, but we can sign a petition that is denying Shabangu. When the court has a petition that is over 100,000 signatures or 200,000 or even more, it means those people are saying they don't know Shabangu. So that can be used as very good evidence in our defense. So please, let us be proactive. Let us write letters. Let us sign petitions. Let us do the little that we can do. We're going to post one petition here. I know there's another petition that is also being prepared. When you meet some of these petitions, please just take time to sign them so that we can go to court and tell the court that atimuzivi munhu uyu, you know. So please, let's sign the petition that we are going to post. Barbara, your last word.
My last words, Chief, is people should remain resolute and steadfast. And when that incident, when the time has come, people should be ready to do what they are supposed to do, Chief. Like I said, kuti hakuna acharidza pito. That thing will just happen when we don't even know. But what I know, Chief, ndezvekuti hanzi ngoma ikanyanya kuririsa inoguma yakutsemuka. Mthwakazi omuhle, besikhuluma ngendaba yokuthi nxa umuntu ezondile, nxa isikhathi sesifikile, akula muntu ozathunywa ukuthi yenza so. Ikakhulu abantu bakobulawayo, lapho kuvela khona usengezo Chabangu, lo ofuna ukwenza intando yakhe, ofuna ukukhipha, osekhiphe abantu abavotelwa ngama-citizens, abantu abavotelwa ngumthwakazi ukuthi bebamele epalamende lasekhansilini, ephonga ukuhamba esiyabakhipha ngenxa ukuthi usebenza lezanu abantu bakobulawayo. And I'm told, Chief, ukuthi people of Bulawayo were ready for a demo because they are angry, and then the police said their notice did not meet the criteria of the POSA, that act inonzi yainzi POSA yakunzi chie zvinezvi yakunzi Loma I don't know. So that POSA yekudhara, so they said it didn't meet the criteria. I am of which I'm hopeful kuti they are redoing the notification, and I know the reason why they are doing this is so that when they get into the streets, apana munhu achati your demonstration was illegal, because they would then say it was illegal because you did not do what we told you to do. So kubhuruwayo chiri kutochaya anytime, Chief, because vari kutoda musoro waChavamwe pachake. Ndakuudza kuti haazi kuonekwa, hamene kuti aripi, akatohwanzwa because vanhu vakatsamwa, handiti. So vanhu havafani kutora people for granted. So mthwakazi omuhle, lokho kwenziwa nguChavamwe, I know ukuthi abaningi vele abakuthabelanga, and uChavamwe usebenza labantu abaningi, abanye bakhona elingabacabangeliyo but abanye liyabazi. So abantu bona laba asingeke sabayekela bethatha izithukuthuku zethu. I-CCC sayifoma from scratch, and i-CCC sithe siyifomile, azange siyifomile ukuthi abantu babe sebesenza intando yabo, intando kaZulu ngephathi yethu. So it's up to us now whether to dance to their tune, to say we are going into a by-election of councillors and MPs that were recalled by who? Who is Chavamwe in the first instance? And who is Mnangagwa in the first instance? Remember, Mnangagwa is an illegitimate president, so he doesn't have those powers of calling for a by-election, because we haven't finished the story stolen election, Chief.
Yes, hanzi na fungai mambo Svosve todi na Shabangu atijairira na Bindibiti na Nuve vari behind this. Takagara tataura kare kuti ngatirove ichidhoma tinopesera chataura amai vacho. Of course, we know that it's not Chabangu that we are fighting. We are fighting many people. We are fighting, many powers that include even ZANU-PF itself. So Let's continue to do what we are doing as citizens. Let's fight this. It's either we fight or we perish. It's either we fight or we die. As citizens, we need to safeguard our freedom, safeguard our democracy, safeguard something that we have built for more than 20 years. What we need to do, let's sign the petitions. Let's get ready to participate in the protests that are coming. Let's get ready to be part of them, whether you are in Zimbabwe or outside Zimbabwe. If you are in Zimbabwe, let's get ready to be in the streets. If you are outside Zimbabwe, let's get ready to support these demonstrations. Yesterday, here in North America, we were supporting the demonstration that is going on in South Africa on Tuesday, and we raised some funds so that they can use them for the organization of this demo. We need to show Ramaphosa, we need to show South Africa that as Zimbabweans in the diaspora, we are not happy with the situation in Zimbabwe. Like Thomas Mapumo was saying in that session, it is the people of Zimbabwe that need to rise up. The leadership, yes, but it's not entirely President Chamisa who should call for this demonstration. The people must organize themselves. Otherwise, if it is any leaders, any leader, especially President Chamisa, people will simply dismiss him. The international community will simply say he is power hungry. Even ZANU-PF will find a nugget to attack President Chamisa using that. So Zimbabweans, let's get ready for the fight of our lives so that we safeguard our democracy. Otherwise, we'll be putting ourselves for a Mnangagwa dynasty. Mnangagwa achibva kuchiya chana chacho. Chana chacho chichibva kuchiya chizukuru chacho. That's where we will be heading. This video will be played 5 years or 10 years from now. If we don't do anything, these things that we are discussing today will become true. Thank you, Zimbabweans, for being here. Let's continue to share this video with as many people as possible. We'll meet again in other programs, but let's get ready for action. We are in a season of action. Make sure you're doing something. Svosve, signing off. See you in other programs, and may God bless you.
I get Your Excellency, Eyo Wiwa, Eyo Treasure Pasoko, Postalos. Mazidizini, Vamba Mazidizini, Mazidizini, Vamba Mazidizini, Mazidizini, Vamba Mazidizini, Mazidizini, Vamba Mazidizini. Yella, 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 yella. Zinoma yella, 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 yella. Zinoma yella, yella, yella.